Hello and welcome back. I hope you can hear me. I got a fan on me. Our air is out and I got fans on all over the place. Um, this was a bit of a long one game. I probably have time to play another one, but I'm not too worried about it. I was testing out a few of these stratagems. Now, grandstand works. Your Autobots get Bold 2 and tie. Oh, crap. That's right, this team. That's right. Stratagems are for your team. The location, battlefield cards I created, that's for the whole battlefield. So that's not a battlefield card. Anyway, they lost. I was testing out my Lone Wolf Mirage here. Got him. I really wish I had time to make a better deck for these guys. I just found some deck. It was really for tanks. So this could have gone a little better or even quicker if I'd taken the time to build a different deck. But this never happened because there was not enough white in this deck. Now, let's see. I had Private Red Alert, and this Autobot Mirage in here, and the 6-star Red Alert. I actually got to pull this off one time. I actually got to pull this off one time. And he got knocked out pretty quick because he's just so not a great character. But I think this is okay. It's pretty fair. It's not changing that much. It's just giving him some abilities. I'm not changing his stats. I'm just giving him some abilities that are very similar to Private Red Alert, but they're him. They're not exactly the same. When you flip him, he gets to repair himself. Private Red Alert flips, he gets to heal someone else. Both of them just by one. In the meantime, like I said, unfortunately, I didn't have enough whites in here to pull this off, nor his normal abilities off. Autobot Mirage, in the meantime, thanks to this and some blue in the deck, he got to hold out for quite a while. I only had one or two location cards that I added to each deck. That was it. I didn't overdo it like I've sometimes done before, just to see how this does. Let's see here. I had Standing Stones in here that never got drawn, never got played, and Autobot Base the Ark, which this did get to help him for a couple of turns before it got knocked out by. Actually, got knocked out by Asteroid Exile, and by this team, and then this team also pulled Waterfall. In the Asteroid Exile actually hurt them also for a little bit, and then when we pulled Waterfall, I changed it out on this for this team. Now Asteroid Exile, if you remember, it takes negative bold for a huge slew of traits. So even though Autobot Mirage had a flamethrower for bold 2 and bold 2 for grandstand, instead of flipping for 4, he only got to flip 2. Unless, of course, white was flipped. And there was some white in here, just not enough to trigger his abilities. In the meantime, what we had on this side was I was just using, this was the one stratagem I had, Cliffhanger. And this actually, I did get to use this a whole one time with Fangery. I had Fangery with Vorath, I just went all out over on this side with the Titan Masters and the Beasts. I hope you can hear me. That fan is just right in my face. And this should have helped her, and I completely forgot when the Arc base card was up there. And I'm pretty sure this is 25. Mindwipe, Horrible, and Fangry, and 3 1-star heads and 1-star strategy. I did get to use Cliffhanger a whole one time. The Asteroid Exile even actually hurt them, but then the Waterfall actually helped them. But then I don't think anybody was... No, I did. Yeah, I think I got to help Horrible gain Tough 2. Because that's all Waterfall does, is give Tough 2 to like 3 traits. Boats, beasts, and helicopters. Not a big thing. But and if you just saw a second ago, that's how the game ended. With like Vorath and Horrible. Horrible never got KO'd. But the rest of them did. And it took a while for them to chop down the mighty Autobot Mirage, oddly enough. But that's all I had for tonight. Just testing some of these additional cards that I've created. And like I said, I just wish I had time to make it a really good deck catered to these guys. It's just been a rough weekend. Like I said, our AC's out. That's why the fan's on me. I guess I'm still working from my desk here. I got my dad and my uncle coming over to... my uncle is a certified HVAC guy. And we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I think the capacitor is out and the motor to the fan is out. As long as we can replace those, it should not be thousands of dollars for a whole new unit. But that's all I've got right now, and I would say this was a fun game. It was a neat game. It was interesting. There was a lot of things going on here. I hate that I had one Autobot in here, and I just forgot about the head completely to be able to get the Arc. The perk from that, which would have helped this one little character, because they're both an Autobot and a Decepticon. And I was the one that created the blasted thing. But I will say this. You would have thought this might have been overpowering for this team. It may have been had they a little more pips, a better deck catered to both cars, Mirage, some more white pips, etc. I did forget to draw a card for Pocket Processor for a whole one turn, but it was okay. Like I said, I only got to play one game. Who knows, the second time around, they could have won the second time. I don't know. But very, very interesting. It changes the game somewhat with especially with the location cards, but not really. It really adds to it. And like I said, I want to do some more, but maybe not quite so very crazy specific like some of these stratagems that I've made. I want to make the location cards simple, to where if you want to try to help your characters, you may end up accidentally helping your enemy's characters also, and vice versa. And that is another thing that we can do during our turn, to play a location card, play an action card, play an upgrade, if you have it. So it was a lot of fun. It really was, and it sort of came down to the wire with these guys a little bit. But that's all I got tonight. I didn't mean to go this long. Whoa, what do you know? And I've got to change Cliffhanger. one of your characters is down to 1 health and it's your turn, and they have Predacon Magic Bullet Beast trait, if you flip them to bot mode, regain 1 health. You see the problem here. These guys have no bot mode. They have body modes. And so I went ahead and flipped Fangry, who was down to 10. And I flipped him and he gained 1 health. So I might need to change this to bot or body. Bed, bath, and machine and body. I don't know. Just kidding. But yeah, because the only beasts that we have body modes. We don't have maximals yet, and the Predacons we have bot modes. So yeah, I'm thinking really big here. So this has got to be changed. I don't mind the stratagem, and I've even considered just taking the traits out. Just taking the traits out. And just leave it as cliffhanger, and if one of your characters is down to 1 health and it's your turn, if you flip them to bot or body mode, regain 1 health. So it did save Fangry for 1 extra turn. So interesting stuff. Did this win the game? Probably not. Did that win the game? Not really. We had some pretty good Pierce on both sides of the game. This side did have more Pierce. Pierce always seems to really be that bacon bits on the salad for these things. Sorry about my shoe. But yeah, I need to find my Pierce nullification cards and really try those again, because there was a few times I got a few hits on Mirage or some of the Autobots over here that was only because of Pierce, and there's not a whole lot of black in this deck, and they lost despite everything that they had in their favor with bold, with extra attack, and like I said, red alert. This did get to work for him in bot mode. This didn't really help Mirage because I didn't have the right deck for him. So things to look at, things to consider. Overall, very interesting. A very good test trial on some of this stuff. Just wanted to show you and let you know. Again, apologize about the dirty floor. But thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. As always, have a blessed day, and flip out. Let's roll for it.